The developers of the survival horde crafting game 7 Days to Die are hard at work on a new content update which will be coming to the PC in the near future. I've been keeping up with the developer videos and the forum posts regarding this update, and I wanted to make a video letting you guys know about some of the great new features that will be making their way into 7 Days to Die once Alpha 16 is finally finished. My name is Cody and you're watching Split Screen. First things first, let's talk about changes to the accessibility of the game. Alpha 16 is adding full controller support to 7 Days to Die, as well as adding hotkeys for scrapping items, wearing items, dropping items, etc. Alpha 16 is also adding a unified block system that allows for up to 24 rotations of each block and texture alignment. These changes, while some of them are minor, they're going to do a nice job of cleaning up player inventory and overall improve the gameplay experience. Moving on, let's talk about zombies. Every zombie in the game is getting a feral version. These versions are going to have more HP, they're going to do more damage, and they will run during the daytime. Sleeper zombies are also being added, and they work off of a volume-based system. So you guys are going to want to do your best to be quiet when you're raiding stores and buildings, or you may wake up a zombie that you didn't even know was taking a nap in the corner. Probably the most exciting change coming to the zombies with Alpha 16 is the addition of the brand new Behemoth. This guy is massive compared to players and other zombies, and if we take a look at some of this concept art, it's very extraterrestrial in nature, and I just think it looks really awesome. I'm personally excited to see how the Behemoth behaves in combat, and I can't wait to fight one of these things in game. Next up, let's talk about the new blocks, the base features, and the traps coming with Alpha 16. Blocks that are now 2 spaces wide will be added with the update, meaning that there will be things like curved arches available to use in your base building. Better rotations have been added to the iron bars to allow for more diversity in your builds, and glass has seen an amazing texture overhaul that makes it look much better. Bulletproof glass is also being added to the game to help give you guys some visibility from inside your base while protecting you from pesky snipers on PvP servers. We're also going to be able to paint any blocks in the game using the new paint feature. This feature sees us collect magazines to get different paint colors and using a paintbrush tool to actually apply the paint. This paint feature will add a nice layer of customization to the game, and it has been used extensively on some of the new prefabs built by the devs, such as the daycare. Alpha 16 is also adding a power and generator feature to where players can craft generators and place batteries inside them. The player can then gas up the generator to charge the battery bank, and then run wires to power lights and several of the all-new traps. Speaking of traps, Alpha 16 has a ton of traps that look like a great time. We're going to be able to craft automatic turrets, a spinning blade that just decimates zombies, an arrow trap, and even potentially a flamethrower trap. All of the traps that I just mentioned are confirmed for the update with the exception of the flamethrower. You're also going to be able to craft a brand new item, the Molotov cocktail, with the release of Alpha 16. The animals in 7 Days to Die are receiving a much needed overhaul as well. There's a brand new bear model being added to the game that looks much more organic and natural, and the team has developed a fur shader to enhance the realism of the bear. This fur shader may potentially carry over to the animal hide armor as well, so fingers crossed that that happens. Alpha 16 is also bringing the addition of brand new wildlife to the game, such as snakes that are being added to the deserts and plains, and wolves that are now being added to the game as well. Finally, let's talk about performance and world generation. The devs have spent a ton of time building all new prefabs and points of interest for us to explore, like mansions and things like that. They've also updated the distant terrain generation system in the game, meaning that places of interest will render much farther away, allowing you to see them while you're exploring the world from a much greater distance. Alpha 16's random gen towns will now feel much more organic with the addition of city districts meaning that the game attempts to populate a random gen city in the most natural way possible, with things like an industrial district, a townhouse district, a shopping district, and so on. Roads will also feel much more natural, as it seems as though they generate with much more curvature and they sort of follow the lay of the land instead of just being a grid-based system like we had before. So overall, these designs are meant to make the random gen worlds feel much more believable and like they really could exist as a city or as a sort of area in general. So that about wraps up everything that you need to know about 7 Days to Die Alpha 16. We have no idea when this update is going to go live, but we can't wait for it to be deployed into the game. Once it does, be sure to stick around. We're going to do a ton of 7 Days to Die videos with the launch of Alpha 16. I want to thank you guys for watching today's video, and if you enjoyed it, please be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Also, if you're new to Split Screen, be sure to subscribe. My name is Cody, and I'm going to get out of here. Thank you guys for watching Split Screen, and I'll see you next time.